If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Brother, the content that they have this year, they gotta be doing it on purpose, man. They gotta be doing it on purpose, man. I don't get it. They're like, we're just gonna release like basic stuff, and then, you know, when we drop that Black Friday though, I don't know. Anyways, let's go see what the new evolution is today. Evolution today, there it is. Now you see me. Whoa, dude. Now you see me, guys. All right, let's see what you get from this. So you get Poacher Plus, Chip Shot, Relentless, Power Shot, and Rapid Plus. Oh, you get a huge pace boost and a huge dribbling boost as well. Wow. Well, it makes more cards usable, right? Brother, I'm telling you, if we had evolutions back in FIFA 15, oh, it'd be crazy, bro. It'd be crazy. All right, let's take a look at these cards, though. Let's see which ones are trending on the bins. Nani is the first one trending. Let's see. Well, he is by default a 4-star, 5-star player, so that is obviously a massive variable to work with. Yeah, because his pace is like generally very low. Interesting evolution. This one is going to be one that you're going to be able to chain in the future, I think, right? With the 84 rating and stuff. But, I mean, so far, from what I'm seeing on the card, I mean, I would still give him a Hunter, and I would still work with the dribbling as it is. The dribbling is low. We're not going to pretend like it's not low, because it is. But Rapid Plus being added to him definitely helps, because it's a card that you would mainly use in the side positions. Roles-wise, he gets Striker, Poacher. Well, he gets the Poacher Plus, obviously, in the Striker position, so that kind of adds to the card, in a way, right? Mainly wingers for the left mid and left wing position, so no inside forward for this card. So one of those ones, right? But nice improvements for him for sure. Podolski, his way back, is foaming at the mouth for this card 100%. With Podolski's card, he is a lengthy player. I mean, technically speaking, he's usable, because with physical type attackers, the dribbling is usually just going to be low on them anyways. That's something that you just work with as it is. But this card on, I would say, a Hunter chemistry style, because I mean, I was looking at the finisher, but the thing is that he's a controlled on that. You could give him a Deadeye, but it's still a +8. I think it's only like Gladiator. Yeah, Gladiator is the one that gives him that +12. But it keeps him at a lengthy for like higher finishing if you wanted to work with that, right? But, you know, increasing the acceleration of the card, I feel like would be ideal too, you know, with the to work with the lengthy, because he actually has the sprint speed, right? But yeah, his way back definitely is foaming at the mouth for this one. Extinct, yeah, I think he held on to this card. I think he held on to him. But with Podolski on a Hunter chemistry style, it is a card that is on a lengthy. You have to green time your strikes. It would be like one of those players that you do like constant videos for, because of the fact that his shot power is at a 99, right? But on a Hunter, higher pace, higher shooting, more usable in that as well. Correa from Inter Milan gets the improvements from intro to stat limits, and now you see me. This improves the card quite significantly. Maybe in the future they actually do some improvements when it comes to dribbling as well, because obviously on a finisher it makes his card more usable, but he's obviously still in a spot that's a little bit shaky on the card. You could just use him as a physical type attacker. With the Poacher Plus, he has the striker position change on Poacher Plus, but he already had false 9. Wide playmaker in the left mid position too, so the usability of the card is still up there. He's a right-footed player, so you would just use him as a physical type attacker up top as well. You have a player like Bellingham who gets that Rapid Plus. Huge improvements when it comes to his pace. Maybe at some point in the future they drop an evolution that increases the defending on the card. As of right now, you give him a Shadow chemistry style. Honestly, give him a Shadow chemistry style, sure, but it's mainly going to be a Hunter, and then you actually use him in the striker position with the Poacher Plus as a striker, because as a box-to-box, his defending is still currently low, but at some point in the future it could be higher. So it just depends on that. Mark from Chelsea gets the improvements as well, so it increases his usability quite a bit for people that want to use the young talented players, right? Hunter chemistry style makes him a lengthy player. You use him as your physical type attacker, gets the rapid plus, and then he also obviously has that striker position change, but he already has the advanced forward. So for Chelsea fans, when it comes to sentimental value, they'll definitely be looking into that as well. Definitely a sentimental value SBC, 100%. Like if I were to go to some of the cards that are like more sentimental, let's see here. So it would be like this, right? So if I were to go to Santa Clara, for instance, right, and I go to like, so I would assume like Safita gets like a big improvement from this, right? Yeah, it's funny because I didn't even check this, but I just had a feeling it would be him out of all the cards. But yeah, Safita gets the improvement on this one. Obviously the card is still very low in multiple areas. You could still make him work for sure, but this is like the sentimental value where it's like, hey, I want to make a card more usable right off the bat, right? That's the type of card you would put this into, and then at some point in the future he gets an improvement in maybe like the dribbling and whatnot. For Porto, honestly, I could see Samu getting a card, because Samu is by default a low player. If it wasn't for that inform getting in evos, and he wouldn't have gotten anything. Wow, he's actually not one of the cards. We got the Swedish striker Ghoul. I never seen this guy before in my life, by the way. But he gets the improvement. He actually has a chain evolution on the card. So now you see me intro to stat limits, Ballon d'Or Bonmati. But the Bonmati part, I mean, you can do, but the playstyle plus is wasted, right? So you mainly do it for like these types of cards to just make them a little bit more usable, right? So that's like the sentimental route if you take a look at it. Hudlin, I think this is the card that Boris Legend talks about a lot. Like, he's a legend for him for some reason. I'm not really sure what the reason is, but very tall player. Obviously at 6'9", he's massive. You could probably give him like a, I guess a sniper. Sniper chemistry style would give him +4 for jumping. I'm assuming when people use this card, they just boost his jumping to be as high as possible. Whichever one gives him like a +12, if that's even possible. The Sentinel, yeah. Just to head the ball with 90 jumping. Yeah, sentimental for that one too, though. Alvin gets one. The main comparison is obviously going to be to the SBC card. This is the stat difference between the two, right? So the SBC card obviously gets more improvements when it comes to dribbling. And obviously more defensive stats too, with more physical. So that'd be the other comparison too. But it all depends on whether or not you want the specific playstyle plus in the card as well, right? So that's always the thing. So take a look at. Let's see who else is actually trending for this one. Okay. So Thauvin, Igalo, Tossin, right? So again, it's mainly for the sentimental route on this one. Andy Carroll becomes more usable as well. The 100 club actually improves him, and then you can put him into Now You See Me. So that increases the card quite a bit. Maybe some Liverpool fans might do like a pass and present with that. Maybe some Newcastle fans could do a pass and present with that too. Danny Ings gets one. And then the rest is like, again, mainly sentimental, right? This is one of those sentimental evolutions, right? Like you improve specific cards to make them as usable as possible. If you are working with some fan favorites and whatnot, right? Because that's why I always check out some of the cards from the teams that I like to watch and stuff, like Santa Clara. Safita gets the upgrade. If I were to go to Arsenal, right, you probably have like a young talent there that obviously gets a massive improvement as well. You do not. Let's see if there's any like Portuguese talents that actually get some improvements. Portuguese, right? So you could do some young talents over here, or some players that like you haven't seen in a while, like Nelson Oliveira. Like this guy getting one is very interesting. To be honest with you, he would actually be somewhat usable in the game, surprisingly, with the 4-star weak foot and whatnot. Wouldn't be a horrible card. Actually pretty usable. Chermiti gets one. I haven't heard of Chermiti in so long, right? But yeah, Nelson Oliveira for the guys that build like Liga NOS teams, or is it still Liga NOS or Liga Portugal teams? You have a player who is good on pace, good with the shooting, has a regular press proven to work with a rapid plus, and he has advanced forward and the poacher plus. So the usability again increases quite a bit for a card like that. Again, if we're looking at it from like the sentimental value, a couple of like young players here that can get some as well. Benfica female player, so on and so forth. So again, mainly a sentimental SBC, sentimental evolution to take a look at. There's going to be a few guys that you might be able to evo that could be really cool. But for the most part, there's a few more interesting cards that you could improve. Again, you really do have to look into the sentimental cards that you just know aren't going to get anybody. Like, again, in my case, it'll be Safita. Then you would just improve that card moving forward, right? But there's a couple of other ones here too, right? There's the Vidovic card, right? So if you're a Croatian fan, I mean, he even has the Bayern Munich one, right? But most people are not going to have that, but he's extinct, right? He gets a massive improvement as well. Sorry, it's better me to check out on Easy SBC, because I could just choose that one specifically right away. But now you see me, and then we go to Vidovic, right? So he actually has like a few chain evolutions as well, right? If you somehow got your hands on the Bayern Munich one, you can even do that one too. But yeah, a lot of improvements for this one. Now you see me doesn't get added to him apparently. No, Vidovic. This is incorrect. I don't understand. Oh, I guess it's just bugged over here. Okay, so I guess I have to search on foot.gg. Vidovic. Am I searching the wrong one? Maybe I was searching the wrong one. Two different pictures. It's the same guy. Unless they're brothers and I didn't even know. Anyways. Evolutions. Filter. Now you see me. 5 filters. Yeah, so like this is an example, right? Rapid Plus being added to him. You do that. There was like a card that I seen on. There's a card that I seen on like Easy SPC, right? Like if you're searching the sentimental cards. Let's go to players with the evolutions here. So if I were to go to like Chelsea, right? Chelsea fans have a pretty interesting one from this one. So now you see me. This one, Kellyman. So Kellyman actually gets a pretty significant improvement. But that one is from the Bonmati one. So you do get more stat increases. But it would be mainly this one, right? So Mark obviously gets one. But Kellyman gets one as well. 3-star, 3-star. But it's a huge improvement, right? Huge improvement. Main difference would be, I guess, to like this one if you were to get it a little bit earlier, right? Hey Jude, intro to stat limits. That one gets Relentless Plus on it, right? But just for the straight up upgrade, you could do something like that, right? So you gotta search the sentimentals in the team, right? So we can even search like Manchester United, for instance. Manchester United. And let's see if they have the women. They don't. There's no. I can't search the filters for the men. That's not a thing. Oh, it's just called Man United. That's why. So they don't have any. Maybe Benfica has one. Benfica. There you go. See, Amdouni gets one. Very significant improvement, makes it more usable. But yeah, it's just kind of like in that route. There's a few cards here that are trending as well. Igalo gets a nice little cheeky trend, Nigerian player. There's this card that gets the improvements as well. If you do the chain evolutions, he plays for, what is that, Lecce? So yeah, improvements on him. Birmingham player, like the Birmingham fans, they're gonna be super happy, right? Because these evolutions works out really well for them. But yeah, it's mostly a sentimental, for the most part. A lot of cards you could choose from. Ronaldo apparently scored a bicycle kick, and I missed it, but it's all good. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.